Everyone loves Jeopardy, right? So let's play a quick round. Category, former champions, the political humorist who won nearly $200,000. If you said who is Ken Jennings, you'd actually be wrong. Early Show national correspondent Hattie Kaufman reports.
Only a game show this sure of itself can remain so popular with clues so tough. Bob Harris made it look easy.
What is a lexicographer? That is right. His wager was $14,800. He's in the lead.
A writer and comedian from Cleveland, Harris found himself in a groove.
Bob.
What's Independence Hall?
Right. Bob.
Who's Shaft?
Yeah. Bob.
What's Mother Jugs and Speed?
Yes.
And there I am answering the $800 clue. Who are the fishmongers? With this urgent knowledge, and I'm not even sure what a fishmonger is.
In 1997, he struck Jeopardy gold.
A 5-day total of $58,000.
All of a sudden,
I got calls from women I had met once 10 years earlier who were, hi Bob, I was just thinking about you and your money, and wondering how you're doing.
In fact, Harris may be the best-known champion this side of you-know-who.
Ken.
What's a ganglion?
Ken.
Who's Petruchio?
Ken.
What is nolo contendere?
Ken.
What's the Library of Congress?
That's it.
Ken Jennings, of course, won 74 straight matches. Harris, just 5. But back then, 5-time winners had to retire. So Harris has been brought back again and again during Jeopardy's Tournaments of Champions. He's racked up nearly $200,000, mostly by wagering big. Great, if you know the answers.
Bob Harris. Richard III. Yes. Wager. Whoa, hello. $12,200. $24,400 is
not so great if you don't. In the tournament final.
Poke, which is wrong.
And I'll be going now.
No, you don't have to go anywhere. Remember, this is a 2-day affair.
On the second day, Harris had this memorable exchange with Jeopardy host Alex Trebek.
Many, many times in our tournaments in the past, the player who was a distant third after the first day wound up winning it.
I don't need your pity.
Bob Harris has now parlayed all his talents into a critically acclaimed book, Prisoner of Trebekistan.
In front of Bob.
It turns out that being embarrassed on national television is a really good thing. You learn some humility.
And you gain friends. He's grown so close to former champions like Ken Jennings and Dan Melia that when Melia recently got married, Harris officiated the ceremony on the Jeopardy set.
Bob, I'll have marriage for $200.
Answer. A man customarily says this, if he should consent to have this woman to his wedded wife.
What is I do, Bob?
Correct. You may kiss the bride.
Hey.
In a way, it was kind of the geekiest wedding probably in the history of the universe, but it was wonderful.
Behind the scenes, Bob Harris now writes for shows like CSI. Likely to see him is back on Jeopardy. Like the best Olympic athletes, he trains hard.
19th, 20th century, a bunch of chemistry stuff, some other science things.
Armed with reference books, atlases, and pages of notes, crammed with trivia.
Presidential extremes, tallest guy, shortest guy. Here's the cast of Doogie Howser.
Watch out, Ken Jennings.
I still have the drive, I work out twice a week. If they call for a tournament, I'm there.
Bob.
What's Strangers in the Night?
Right, you're back on the plus side.
Hattie Kaufman, CBS News, Los Angeles.